mental loco. Je sais pas ce qu'on va devenir. Est-ce qu'on va s'unir? Est-ce qu'on va se mentir? Attends, se repentir. Quand tu sors, tu donnes des ordres. T'es le plus petit de la zone, mais dehors, tu contrôles la zone. Alors tu claques des sommes toute la semaine. Et une fois que t'es dedans, y'a plus des gains pour t'assumer. Je sais pas comment faire pour te raisonner. Tu viens de commencer, j'ai déjà fini. On voulait faire taire et faire des lovés. À 6h du mat, ça vient de se lever. Ça fait po-po, t-shirt croco. On fume le po-po et on fuck la po-po. Les qui prennent en photo en bas du bloc gros. Ça sort le clock, on a la mentale loco. Ça fait po-po, t-shirt croco. On fume le po-po et on fuck la po-po. Les qui prennent en photo en bas du bloc gros. Ça sort le clock, on a la mentale loco. Et on fuck la popo, les qui prennent en photo en bas du bloc. J'ai décalé et m'a reconnu, lui c'est notre femme à Sylvia. De toute façon poteau, je suis cramé par les folles et le policier. Maria, je suis compliqué, je suis pas marié. Moi je suis Mia, ils veulent salir mon casier. Ouais, ma cousine, à Mexico sous Jackson. Les déctapes chez la voisine, ils croient que c'est mon ravi. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il y a en bas de chez moi, policier? Mais qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Moi j'ai rien fait, je vais tout nier.
هيا الطب ونض في الحبس هيا
Ils m'ont mis les parapas, ils m'ont emmené au parapas. Ils m'ont mis les parapas, ils m'ont emmené au parapas. Ils m'ont mis les parapas, ils cherchaient la parapa. Ils m'ont mis les parapas. Bien calé, ouais le bif est bien calé. On a passé la douane, et les méchants pas cramés. Yeah. J'ai bientôt fait le $1 000 000 et ces connards veulent que je sois qu'un dollar. Lunettes Costa dans les rues de Milano, j'ai le flow de Montana. J'ai déjà éteint le pénal.
Okay, fam, we're starting in exactly 1 minute, okay? 1 minute to start this call. Prepare your questions, okay? Prepare all doubts that you have, okay? Your concerns, if you have problem with emotional trading, if you have problem with technical analysis, if you have problem with fundamentals, okay? Whatever the issue that you have, okay? Get ready, okay? Less than 1 minute and we are starting. Let's go.
Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua. Como peces en el agua. Agua. No existe la noche ni el día. Aquí la fiesta mantiene encendida. Siempre hay que pasarme guiña. Dulce como piña. Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua. Como peces en el agua. Puedo estar debajo del mar y debajo del mar tú me vas a encontrar. Desde hace rato veo que quieres bailar y no cambies de tema. Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas. Estamos bailando como peces en el agua. Como peces en el agua. Agua. No existe la noche ni el día. Aquí la fiesta mantiene encendida. Siempre hay que pasarme guiña. ey, dulce como piña. Muy fuerte sin ejercicio, pero bailando se me nota el juicio. Ey, me toca lo que me asfixio. Soy una estrella, pero no soy Patricio, nah. Sacúdete la arena, arenita, y sonríe que así te ves bonita. Wow, de revista. Baila feliz en la pista. Bajo el sol pa' que quede morenita y parí. Puedo estar debajo del mar y debajo del mar tú me vas a encontrar. Desde hace rato veo que quiere bailar y no cambies de tema. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants, you know what I mean. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Bob Esponja, you know what I mean.
Okay, fam. Good evening. Good evening. One more time. Let's get it. Let's get this thing started. Okay. ABC of trading. Okay. I will go over the basics a little bit. Okay. I posted a little post. Let's see here what people ask for more. Okay. People ask more for. Let's check. Let's check. Let's check. Okay. So the winners are we have equals. That's nice. So it will be a trading Q&A. Okay. Trading Q&A with basics and foundation. Of course, to please everyone. I can go over like some details, you know, or some like specific stuff, more advanced stuff, okay? But then it will be basics, okay, and trading Q&A. So I will do it the following, okay? I will go over some basic stuff, okay? Uh, and at the same time, you can ask, okay? Actually, I would prefer if you like, we make let's make it the following. We can make a session where we are like all interacting between each other, okay? You give me the questions and me answering to your questions, okay? And from there, I will jump to different notions, okay? So, Fab, this is a call where you are taking the lead, okay? You can take the lead on this call, okay? And you can literally run the play on this call. So let me start by checking the chat a little bit. Back. Okay, we have nothing else. So let me start the following. Fam, super easy. Okay, let's start by a little bit by the basics and questions. So as you might all of you know, guys, okay, those are those markets that we are investing in, okay? When you are investing in those markets, can be the binary market, okay, can be the forex market, the crypto market, stocks, primary materials, okay, whatever market, financial market that you're investing in, okay. Keep in mind that you are investing, okay. Let's say not let me not put it against, okay, but you are trading or operating with the sharpest mind in mind, okay, or with the smartest mind in the earth, okay. So just going from that point, okay, obviously you need to be very cautious, okay, in the way you trade, okay. Be very cautious in the way you trade, in this sense, okay, following the educator. But now I understand that even if you are following the educator, it's always good to start to understand more, okay, to get more knowledge, okay. Not only the earning part, okay, but first let's say learn, then remove the L, okay. First get to the learning part, then removing the L, okay. So yeah, one first point to keep in mind is when you are operating in those markets, okay, literally you are operating with one of the smartest, one of the brightest, okay, minds on the earth. That's why they say only 5% of the traders can make it, okay. I don't know if you know this number, okay. 5% on the people trading. I think nowadays, the last time I checked, it was like a 20 millions, okay, 20, 30 millions people trading and around the earth, okay. So in those 30 millions, 20 millions, 30 millions, 5% are making it, okay. Why? Maybe because they have the knowledge. Why? Because they have they can handle the psychological aspect, okay, or the emotional aspect, okay. Why? Because they know a little bit about the news, okay. So let's say it's a foundation, okay, with three main things, okay. Let me start that way. I never make this thing like that way, but let's start it this way, okay. In investment or operating, okay, what you guys should know, okay, what, let's say someone who wants to do this thing in the serious way, okay, should consider three aspects. If you watch your education on the Go Live, okay, you see them mentioning those three aspects, okay, but sometimes they emphasize one aspect more than the other, okay. But whatever the market that you are trading, okay, whatever the market that you're trading, specifically with the HFX, the binary, okay, the fundamental aspect, if it's ignored, to tell you the truth, each of the aspects, if it's ignored, it can be very fatal for your trading, okay. So yeah, the first aspect have to do with what? Let's call it the technical analysis, okay. Technical analysis, it's all what you see us doing, you know, drawing lines, blah 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 blah. Okay, this thing I can promise you, with time you will get through that. Okay, it is nothing hard. Okay, something super easy. Okay, it's like learning anything. Okay, with time. Okay, with time constancy, you start to get to draw the lines that me and Akel are drawing, that Martin is drawing, that you're drawing. Okay, this with time you can get through that through the what we call the technical analysis. But this is the following: technical analysis is not everything. Okay, it's not everything. Why? I can tell you the story of many people, okay, that I know, okay, who are like very good, okay. If you give them a graph, okay, they are like very good with technical analysis. Like they draw lines, trend lines, support, resistance, blah 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 blah, FIBO, Elliott wave, price action, and like all the technical aspect, they can understand it like very well. You know, they go over technical aspect in 110%, okay. But then when it comes to the, let's say, the emotions slash psychology, okay, they are, let's say, still babies, okay, or they don't have this maturity, okay. So let me put it that way: if you are very good with technical analysis, but you are, let's say, you don't consider the emotional, or it is still didn't work on your emotional or on your psychology, okay, that means what? If you are missing one leg, okay, see the trading like something like a kind of a chair, okay, or a table, okay, a chair or table with three legs, okay. If the table have the three legs, it will remain stable, okay. If it have only one or two legs, maybe you can like survive, okay, go through the weeks, but you won't be consistent, okay, you won't remain stable and consistent. So in order for you to be stable and consistent, okay, you need to understand that there is like three different aspects. First one has to do with technical analysis, okay. Second one has to do with the emotions and the psychology, okay. Emotion psychology, maybe I don't know if some of you are in the stage, in the phase of trading, where you get to like you feel the need to work on your psychology, okay. If it's the case, let me know in the chat, okay. I can help you with this, okay. I can literally give you some advice and help you with this. So tell me, from the people we have here, who is struggling, okay, who is having like difficulties with the psychology. And I know, if you are trading more than 3 weeks, okay, if you are trading more than 3 weeks, you probably went over this problem, okay, or you probably, let's say, met, okay, or came along this side of trading on your journey. So who here feel that he's having issues with the psychology part? Who here, when he is trading, okay, he's not sure, okay, or he's doubting, okay, or still, let's say, have feelings, okay, like he feels afraid or greedy, okay, or nervous to press the button, okay, buy or sell button. Who on this call have this feeling? Fam, I know that at least all of you, okay? Even if you don't answer, I did not check the chat yet, okay? But even if I don't, even if you don't answer, I know that all of you at the point or another, okay, you will get through this fence, okay, or through this barrier. I was there, okay? Sometimes, I still like get tempted, by doing this thing, okay? So it's something totally natural, okay, that happens, okay. See it in trading, the emotions side, okay, the psychology, it's like you growing like a human being, okay. You get from the state of children to teenager to adult, okay. It's a phase, okay. You just need to handle it, like they say, the teenage phase, okay, the baby phase. You need to handle it in the best way, and there is a way how you can handle it. That's why I will share this thing. So let me see a little bit the chat, see what we have here. Yes, went over it for sure. Everybody does it. Me, of course. If I don't have a group, I don't go in. I'm stuck in the fence. Okay, so my point for you. Okay, so we have a lot of people here who are admitting that they went over this part. For the others who did not go over it yet, okay, I promise you, will come a time when you reach that point. Okay. So my question now is for the people who are having this, who already felt this thing of emotions. Tell me something, guys. When you are trading and your emotions or your psychology is getting involved, can you describe me the feeling? Can you describe me the feeling that's inside you? What's going on inside your head? Okay, What's going on with your chemicals? Okay, like describe to me, how do you feel when this thing happens? Bora fam, bora fam. This, listen, we'll make this session like anonymous, okay? Like you know this gathering when you have a lot of people gathering and they're like talking to each other. Okay, so fear, anxiety, greed, pissed off, anxious, butterflies in my stomach. I never had this one before. Okay, butterflies. Okay, so fam, I want you to do the following. Okay, I want you to do the following. Now that you've experienced this thing, okay, of fear, anxiety, um, pissed off, or thing, I want you to write this feeling on a paper. Okay, write this feeling on a paper. Anxiety, butterflies, stomach, tummy, whatever. Write this thing. Write this thing on a paper, and try the following. Just try this thing. Whenever, whenever you want to hit, let's say, a buy or a sell, and you know, let's say, cause let have you ever asked yourself why you feel like after the thing happens? I know when it happens, you guys are too much in the chemicals, you cannot do it. After it happens, have you ever asked yourself why? Maybe that's what's missing, because you need to ask yourself at the origin, what is pushing you, let's say, because let me put it clear. If you guys have a rules, okay, if you guys have a rules and go within the rules, I don't care if within your rules you are risking 10% per trade, 5, 20, or whatever, okay. The good thing would be to risk one, between 1 to 3, okay. But if you feel confident with 4 and you have this written on your rules, you know, it's fine. But there is the one thing, those emotions, okay, or those reactions, they come once you go out of your rules. If I have, for example, in my rule that I'm risking 5% per trade, you know, and I have 3 trades, and I'm gonna apply this the whole week, I will be fine with 5%. Why? Because I wrote this already down and I agree on it. If I agree with myself, a true agreement that I will risk 4%, but then I come in and risk 6, of course, I'll start to feel what you see, guys, pissed off, greedy, fear, anxiety, etc., etc. So just define something, not something that you will feel you feel good about, something that you feel all right with. If you feel all right with risking more than 1 to 3%, just write it down and start taking trades with more than with 3, 4, or whatever. So my point is, before getting to the field, you know, before getting to the battlefield, before getting to trade, let's have something in preliminary. It's like football, you know, football and like before you start to go and play in the ground, okay, you need to have your physical preparation, you need to have your food preparation, you need to have health preparation, you need to have your stuff, your shorts, etc., etc. Okay, you cannot play football, let's say, with ski shoes, you know, or with the shoes for ice skating. So if you want to trade, at least have rules, okay? Rules that you feel all right with. If it's 1 to 3%, it's not good for you, risk more. But have something written, okay? So that at least you know when you are in there, okay? Whatever it is that you are risking per trade, okay? It's within your rules. Okay? Try this thing, fam. Write those feelings down, okay? Write them down, okay? And when you write them down, define some rules in parallel with it, okay? And make the following. When you want to go out of it, look at the paper. Touch the paper. Guys, this is not a mindset call, okay? This is not a mindset call. This is about trading, okay? Just try the following. Because when you touch the paper, you will remember the feeling. When you remember the feeling, you already know how it feels. It starts to produce those chemicals. Maybe it will help you avoid to do the same thing again. Because the feeling, you have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. How many times you want to have it before you understand? If you only count on your memory to remember the feeling, your memory will lie to you. In French, votre mental vous ment. Mentalité, you have the word ment. Mentir. Portuguese, mentalidade mente. So your mentality will lie to you. You know, your memory will lie to you. So don't rely only on your mentality. Don't rely only on the feelings that you had. Okay, but instead of only you had them already, write them down. Write them down. And before you want to trigger this buy or sell with more than what you're supposed to, Not what you're supposed to, with more than what you've written. Fam, I will check. There is a lot of messages on the chat. Okay, I will check it later. So yeah, fam, my point is the following. My point is the following. I know you've heard this thing probably a lot of times. You need to make trading boring. You need to trade without emotions. Need that. I know at the end we are humans, okay? We will be feeling some stuff. Okay, yeah, I admit it. You'll be feeling some stuff, okay? But you just need to get the point. When you are trading, when you're trading, let's say when you are operating, when you are trading, if you are winning, someone else is losing, right? If you are winning, someone else is losing. If you are losing, someone is winning, getting your money. So at least, even if you get, let's say, emotionless, just try to trade smart. You know? Okay, for me, as I saw, for example, in the chat, this is a fence, like a fence. I'm stuck in the fence. First thing, congrats because you admit this thing. You know, whoever said. First thing, congrats because you admit this thing. Second thing, okay, once, because I don't know if you heard about this thing, but there is like 4 levels of consciousness. I don't know if we spoke about this. 4 levels of consciousness. You have the incomplete, inconscious. Like when you are unconscious and incompetent. You have the unconscious, competent. When you are unconscious but competent. And then you have the competent consciousness. So if you know that you are conscious of your incompetence, what can you do to start to be consciously competent about this? Here is a thing for you. Here is a thing for you. Whenever you are winning, someone is losing. When you lose, someone is winning. So okay, if you're gonna trade without letting the emotions get involved or without controlling them, at least trade smart. Trading smart involves what? Protecting yourself. Protecting yourself how? With the money management. That's your shield. That's your barrier. Protecting yourself how? Following the educator. Knowing when you are entering, when you are getting out of a trade. Okay, fam. Of course, I can advise a lot of. I can advise a lot of books and reference. Okay, but before advising any books, any reference, any speeches, okay, about this, sit with yourself. Okay, this is a simple exercise that everyone can do. Okay, sit with yourself. Okay, and write those because you've all been through that. Okay, and you've been through that. You already had the feeling. You know how it feels. Okay, so you know how it feels inside. Okay, write this feeling down. Do I want to leave this thing again? And whenever you are about to get that buy or sell button, touch the little paper, and I promise you, this is just this pen that speak about this. It's like they call this chemistry or physics. Yeah, energy stuff. When you touch that paper, okay, you will get that feeling. So you leave the feeling before making the action. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If it's within your rules, execute. If the trades come to you, execute. If the educator says it is given entry point and it's like it gathers all the condition, execute. You know, so it's easy. Enter with a plan. Okay, plan your trade. Trade your plan. Plan your trade. Trade your plan. For example, when you see me or Raquel, we are giving trades. Raquel is easy. You can put her mic on. When you see me or Raquel give trades, why you think I give trades to many people and I am not concerned, literally not concerned if it's a win or loss. I'm not concerned not because I don't want you to win. Of course, guys, I want you to make money. Okay, I want you to make money, but I'm not concerned in the sense of I already know my strategy. You know, I already know my plan. I will trade my plan. You know, so yeah, fam. I think this one, get this thing somewhere, okay, and start to apply this. Plan the trade, trade the plan. Okay, fam. So yeah, now that we spoke a little bit about the emotional psychology, okay, which is like something totally normal, natural, okay. Let's go to third part, okay? So we have one big point for the first side, the analysis, second side, the emotions. Third one has to do with the news or fundamentals, okay? And what you want to do when it's about the news or the fundamentals, okay? Literally, simply, okay? If you are trading with the educators, you will notice the educators never ever, okay, trade when there is a news going on, okay? To be more complete and accurate, this part, okay? If you master very well, if you master and if you understand very well the technical analysis, okay, or let me call it the price action, this one can be like more, let's say, weight more or more stronger than this, okay? Why? Because sometimes the news, this one is sorry, but this is not like an introduction, okay? This is an ABC, okay, for people who want like more advanced stuff. I feel the need to give you this kind of call. Long time we didn't have this kind of call. So sorry for the people who feel a little bit lost, okay? Just drop your questions at the end. I will answer everything. So once you get to a point when you understand very well the technical analysis, okay, what's going on with technical analysis, the price action and everything, you will see, okay, you will notice that the technical analysis, okay, will line up. It always line up with the fundamentals. Say it differently. If the bank, the Federal Reserve of the US, is planning on Monday, 6th, on Monday of what this Monday on let's say on the next Monday of having Monday, let's say on Monday 8th, yeah, if they are planning on Monday 8th to publish interest rate, for example, and I can promise you euro dollar, for example, will be already setting for a nice setup with your technical analysis, okay? It will be already prepared for a nice setup, okay? So you will notice very often, okay, a lot of educators speak about this, but the fundamentals and the technical analysis, they line up together. Okay, now, of course, it happens sometimes. Fundamentals have nothing to do with technologies, but very often, okay, 85%, 90% of the time, technical analysis and fundamentals line up very well. Okay, fam. So from all this thing I said, okay, all thing I said, what you need to worry about, tell you the truth, what you need to worry about, okay, is only this aspect over here. Why? Because if it's about technical analysis, fundamentals, okay, this the educators will handle simply by providing, okay, making the whole work for you and providing the entry, okay, with the action to do, time, etc., etc. But again, who is behind the screen executing the orders, okay, making the buy or the sell, which will be you, okay, it will be you. So if it's you, it's first a work. A lot of people think that trading or investment is about knowing how the market goes, or yeah, stuff like back test journaling can be very important, can help a lot, okay, but it's first a journey with you and yourself, okay. Let me say, put it that way. If you are still stuck in the emotional part or psychology part, okay, or if you hit a fence, a barrier, it's because the answer is within you, okay. You need to let's say discover yourself more. You need to know yourself more, okay. So if with this thing being said, let's move to the second part of this call. Okay. So we understood a little bit the three concepts or the three main things that's going on over here. Okay. Another thing that you need to keep in mind, okay, is like who is moving these markets. Okay. The market makers. Who is moving these markets? Market makers, market movers. So simply, my friend, why those markets are like super interesting to understand. Okay. Market, why those markets are super interesting to understand, and why anyone literally need to dedicate a part of his life to understand those markets, or like pay into services like this to get to understand those markets. Because fam, people who are involved in those markets, okay, we are not talking about we're not talking about companies or big companies or big banks. No, we are talking about governments, okay. We are talking about hedge funds, okay. We are talking about institutional entities, okay. We are talking about companies, multinational companies, okay, companies who are like based worldwide, okay, okay. So literally, when you are dedicating some of your time to those markets, you are literally understanding, okay, where the money is in the world. Let me put this thing straight in your mind. When you are spending 1 hour in the Go Live, in the academy, investing to get the academy, the hourglass, whatever, you are understanding where the money is in the world. We're talking top 3, 4, 5%. So if you have 1, 2, 3 months, 4 months, and you still don't have the result that you want, it's normal. Because again, you are competing, okay? Or you are, let's say, competing again the smarts minds, or let's say smart or strongest institution worldwide. Okay, this is something that won't come, okay, maybe with 1 month, 2 months. Even if some of you already have results within 1 month, 2 months, that's to see something little result. But understand what you are going for, okay? Understand what you are going with this thing. Because fam, some of you, for example, know this. One candle, one little down candle, one little bearish candle like that, okay, going to the downside. Who can tell me how much money this thing is moving? A little small bearish candle. A little small bearish candle. How much money this thing is moving? How much money this thing is moving? Enough. Enough to pay the bills for the rest of the 20 years of your life. Enough to cover your bills for the next 20 years with one bearish candle. So fam, get the vision, okay? Understand what you're going for, okay? And if you want to do this, do it in the pro way, okay? Do it in the professional way, okay? So with that being said, let's do the following. Do I need to go over a currency and start to break a currency in front of you? Okay, like start to break the analysis, or do you want me to go over some basic stuff? For that one, what do you like? What do you want? Okay, currency analysis. What about the rest? What about the rest? What about the rest? Okay, if we don't have, if other people are not interacting, we will get through the, okay, currency. Okay, top. Now let's get to the currency. So I will presume everyone here is doing, for example, that everyone is doing HFX. Okay, I'll get something for HFX, more specified to HFX. Okay, so first thing, fam, first thing when let's say when I'm watching a currency, okay, first thing I want to pay attention to, okay, or be careful with, is the time frame. Okay, I want to know on which time frame I am. 15 minutes, 1 minute, whatever. Why? Because you will notice simply, if I'm on a 1 minute time frame, okay, if I'm on a 1 minute time frame, it's not the same thing. If I move to look on the 1 minute chart, this thing is looking like this, right? If I go to the 5 minute, it's somehow the same. 15 minutes, this thing starts to get different, weird. 1 hour, totally different. Okay. So one first thing to consider, okay, when you are trading it, which time frame you are looking at. Okay, what time frame I'm looking at. For example, if you trying to understand or do the HFX, okay, if you are going to take an entry on 3 minute, let's say a 1 minute trade or a 3 minute trade, what I will do, okay, is I will look to 2 or 3 higher time frames. So one first thing that I will do, okay, is the top down analysis. Before starting to look at support, resistance, those things, okay, first thing I will consider is the top down analysis, okay? Because let me break this thing. You have something in relation with the visual analysis, okay, like what your eyes see, okay, and you have something in relation, let's say, with the technicals, okay, technicals maybe, or the indicators. We'll put something like that. Okay, so first thing, visual. Second one, indicator or technical. Okay. In fact, both of them can be seen like in technical analysis. Okay, both of them are technical, but one is the visual aspect, one is with the indicators. Okay. So yeah, if I'm watching the top-down analysis, what's the top-down analysis? If you want to enter on 1 minute, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever, you are watching a higher time frame. What time frame you will watch? Maybe 2 or 3 higher time frames. Okay. Don't make the classic mistake. If you want to enter, in this case, don't pause it. But let's say you want to enter on a 1-hour trade. If you want to enter on a 1-hour trade, you will not go and watch the half hour, 30 minutes. No. If you want to take a 1-hour trade, you'll go and watch the higher time frames. Why? Because I want to see what's going on the general picture, on the big picture. Okay. Why? Differently. I want to see what those guys are doing. I want to understand what those people are doing with the price. Where are they? I didn't find, but yeah, I want to see what the market makers are doing. Okay. What the market movers are doing. Okay. I want to see what's within their mind. Of course, you have baggage. You can get to see what they're trying to, what the price is saying, what they're trying to do. Okay, so I want to see what those guys are doing. If they try to go up, if they try to go down, I want to see what they're doing. In order for me to do that, I need to go on a higher time frame. Okay, that's one of the main reasons of applying the top-down analysis. So imagine I want to go on the 1 minute. What I will do, go on 2 or 3 higher time frame. For example, I can go on the 3, 5, and 15. Okay, other people will prefer the 15, half an hour, 1 hour. Okay, me, I personally prefer to go on 3 higher time frames. Okay, like if I'm taking trades on 1 minute or 3 minutes, I will see what's going on in the 50 minutes, 50 minutes and half an hour, or 5 minutes, 50 minutes. Why not go into 1 hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours? Simply because then it gets, let's say, like the time and the price will not line up. Okay, time and price, there will be a big distortion between where I want to execute and the time and price and the time. Okay, so see that way. Now I'm looking at the 2 hours. For example, on the 2 hours, I can see clearly that I'm in a downtrend. Why? High, low, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Right? I want 2 hours. I'm watching this. If I want to execute on the 1 minute, 3 minutes, if I go to the 1 minute chart, okay, it's down here. So I go to the 1 minute. For me, it's irrelevant somehow. It's irrelevant what I saw the 2 hours. Of course, I can keep in mind that on the 2 hours I'm in a downtrend, but now on the 1 minute I'm doing something totally different. Okay, something totally different. So something smart to do, or right to do, let's call it smart, something just right to do, okay, would be to go on the 5 minutes, for example, 15 minutes, for example. Okay. And once I start to go on the 15 minutes, for example, what I can see, this will be my second thing. So top-down analysis is the first thing, okay. Second thing would be, let's put this thing here. Second thing would be identify the structure. Okay, the general structure. But I didn't sound. A structure on a 1 hour or a 40 minutes it may not be the same structure on a 1 minute or a 3 minute. Right? A structure on 4 hours or the daily might be something totally in different ways. A market can be selling on the 4 hours, but it can be buying on the 1 minute. A market can be selling on the 1-2 hours, but it can be selling on the 5 minutes. Okay, so within the structure that you want to see, you want to see the structure within the time frame that you will enter. Example, I want to take a trade on the 1 minute or 3 minutes. So what I will do, I'll go and check on the structure in the 1 minute, for example, okay? In the 5 minutes, I want to see what's going on. So I see in the 5 minutes, okay, the price was coming from a lower highs, lower lows, like what I saw in the 2 hours, okay? I know, guys, in the beginning, maybe it might not be that obvious, but what I used to do in the beginning, simply, I used to write, okay? I write, for example, 2 hours, I did this a lot. 2 hours, price, downtrend, back. 15 minutes, price, consolidating, for example, back, you know? Whatever, go watch your rhythm, okay? Important is to stick to your 1%, okay? Remember, This is a journey, okay? For all the reasons that I mentioned before, I will not tell them again, okay? This thing will require some time, okay? That's what makes it totally interesting, not what makes it totally, because the point is, it's not if it's like, if it's hard or not hard, the point if it's worth it, okay? You need to ask yourself, that this thing that I'm doing now, trying to understand, learn this skill, is it worth it? Okay, that's the question to ask. Is it worth it? And the answer is yeah, definitely. You know that, right? So fam, top down analysis. Okay, identify the structure. For example, on the 5 minutes, okay, what I can see, lower highs, lower lows, but on over here, I see the market is somehow consolidating. Why? I can define, okay, something like this. Pretty easy, okay, pretty calm, chill. Price reacted here, here, and here. So I'm in a market situation where I am consolidating, okay? This thing is happening on what? On the 15 minutes, on the 5 minutes, okay? Let's go to the 3-minute chart, see what's going on a little bit. Okay, so on the 3-minute chart, this thing is just confirming. Maybe I have a small constellation over here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, guys. For example, I have something like this. So see it that way. Now I marked up a level. I identify the structure. So I identify the structure. I know that I am in a buying and selling structure, consolidation. In the consolidation, I can both buy and sell. Okay. Besides doing the identifying the structure, what I will do next simply is identify support and resistance. And find this thing is very important. Why? That's where a lot of you get lost. And I hear a lot of you, I watch a chart and I don't know what to start, when to end up. Easy, because when you open a chart, maybe you go to the first thing you start with is FIBO, or the first thing you start with is indicators, or the first thing you start with is currency strength. You know, when you are identifying start, you need to understand. Let's see it like a. Okay, you guys, we say I love to eat. Okay, but yeah, see it like a nice meal. Okay, when you have a nice meal, there is a way where you start, a way where you develop, and how you end up, right? Don't see the same thing. This is like I'm starting by this, so which will lead me here, so I can go there. Okay, like an ABC. I start here, which can lead me here, so I can go there. So first thing you want to start with is the top-down analysis. Okay. Second thing, identify the structure within the time frame that you want to trade. Third thing, and the last will be identify the support and resistance. Okay. So over here, I have a nice level of support and resistance. Okay. This one was on the 3 minutes, the 5 minutes, and I will identify another one on the 3 minutes, as you can see. Okay. Why I identify this one? Guys, here is another advice for all of you. It's good to watch the price with the candles, but see this thing with me. Back lines. You see that? Back. Maybe with the lines it will look easier to identify support resistances. So my point is, I will identify support resistance on the. I had one already on the 5 minutes. I can, for example, write inside back text 5 minutes. Make it inside to the right. Back 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I already know it's 5 minutes. This one, for example, is a 3 minute. And what's the process here? As you can see, as long as I'm getting to the 1 minute, I'm trying to isolate the price. You know, I'm trying to get to the price. I'm not being too much heavy. I don't put too much stuff, but I'm trying to get to the price. You know, and all this with the visual. I didn't open any indicator yet. Any indicator yet. So just now I'm trying to understand what's the story behind the price. I see level of resistance here in the 5 minute, strong, kind of strong one. Why? 1, 2, 3 times. Price broke here. We test 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. On the 3 minute, this thing is more recent. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. Wow. So I said this thing 7 times. probably now my eyes start to focus on where? On this area. Why? Because if it does it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, if the price comes there, I will see a nice reaction there. Is it fixed yet? No. Still have a lot of confirmation that will go over. Okay. So yeah, I checked something on the 3 minute. Let's see if we can have something nice. Now what's Steph? I will go to the 1 minute, for example. Right. So the only nice level that I see that I like, okay, is somewhere here. Okay. Somewhere in there. What I will do next, I don't know if you guys, probably guys, you don't choose this thing. For example, here, I had this little low, I can mark it up. Okay. Why mark this thing up here? Why? Simply based on the past. Look what happened in the past. My 5 minute resistance, price respect 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Look at this nice thing. So it's like the price was consolidating here, right? See this thing. 1 time respect, 2 times respect, 3 times, 4th time. It's I have a line, but remember, support and resistance can be a zone. Okay, I like to work with line, but it can be a zone. Okay, what's a zone? That means all this is my area. Okay, support and resistance. Let's see with me. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 5 times. Back we had the break. In all these stories, on the 1 minute happening, I had the break. Okay, after the break, the price, it seems like it's gonna retest. Okay, but what it did, it came inside the range. So false break. Price came out, jumped in, went all the way high, sorry, retest. So break, false break, price came inside the range, retest again. Okay, this could be an amazing entry exactly over here. Okay, if you check, for example, RSI stochastic, look at this thing. Oversold, oversold. Wow. Can you see? Bollinger Bands. Wow. Can you see? Could have entered here, could have entered here as well. Came back, retest, get in. So yeah, see with me. So we had the first tentative of break here, a second one here, a third one here, okay, fourth one here, okay. What the price? The price is showing me actively that we want to go to the downside. Why? Because it's trying to break 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5th time. Back. What happened eventually? I had the real break happening. Boom. After look at the side of this candle. Back. Break happening. Retest. Sam, look at this. I don't know if I'm the only one amazed, but look at this. It retested, like we mentioned very well, and Raquel said on the previous call, 6, 4, 5. Can you see it? 6, 4, 5. Bam. It tested by what? Only the week. Bam. And then, boom, drop. So see something nice over here. I had a low. I had a low here, right? I had my low here. And then I made a new low, right? I had a low, I made a new low. Before, what I had? A low, I made a new low. Equal low. So I had logic. I had a low, I made a new low. Then I had this low, I made a new low below this low. So what can I expect here next, for example? Look at this thing. I marked up a low, I marked this low here. What the price did? Made a new low, bam. Where can I jump on this? Probably, and we can enter in this trade together. If this thing comes here, back, break it. Why? Simply, what happened here? What happened here? Look, break, go up, retest. Break, go all the way up, retest. Went out, break, false break, went up, retest, bam. So if this thing happened in the past, why should not happen now? Of course. Of course. Okay, fam. So this is like 3 simple basic concepts. Okay, I didn't introduce a lot of stuff here. We can take this cell here. 1 second. I think we can take this cell here, guys. What's your payout on euro dollar? Do you have a good payout on euro dollar? Tell me what's your payout on euro dollar. Okay, fam. So see with me. All this happened, okay, with what? Simple concept, okay, break, retest, okay, identifying support resistance in the right way, and most important, organizing myself in the chart, you know, organizing myself in the chart. What is my 5 minutes? What is my 3 minutes? Okay, what is my 2 minutes? Whatever. Okay, so top-down analysis, identifying support resistance, identifying structure, sorry, then identifying support resistance. So with this thing, what I will simply combine, okay, again, this is for HFX more, okay. The visual analyst can work for any market, HFX, Forex, whatever, okay, visual analyst. But when it's about the HFX, the best thing to do would be to combine. That's what your educators do, okay. You can watch the educators. Fam, I say those things, okay, and I'm still learning, okay. Life learner, okay, life learner. So there is no better way, okay, what to go learn with than with the educators. So once I define my visual analysis somehow, okay, top-down analysis, identify structures, for instance, what I will do, combine with what? Indicators. Indicators, something like super anyone can use. The classic things, RSI, okay, stock. I will not speak about indicators, okay, because we have a lot of videos in the academy who teach about it, okay, a lot of stuff, okay. What I will do, because I see someone asking me before, I'll speak about something called FIBO. Okay, it's a very powerful tool. I don't know if you guys have it or not, but Fibonacci. Let me first see if there's some question that will finish with this thing, okay? I will finish with this thing. Okay. Only people online. For one person, the button to the other. If you show for the test the support for the test of the support should we count the weeks also for the test. Adil, bro, if you can say your question again, I did not understand. For the test of the support, should we count the weeks also? So you mean for the when we have a break retest, right? When you break and you retest, should we count the weeks? That's your question, bro. I'll read the others waiting for your answer. Only what I would say. Only okay. Okay. So for this thing about the weeks, okay, let me just put it this way. Basic stuff. Weeks, candles, body, and weeks, right? Basic understanding. Opening price, closing price, high of session, low of session. I think you understand. Now, candles are like a language of the market. Okay, they will tell you stuff. Okay, there is let's call it, there is a science of language of candles. Sorry, a science of candles called price action. Okay, so if you want to understand the language of the market deeper, you need to study this science called price action. Okay, it's the whole thing. I just give the main stuff and I think to add this question. So on the candle, what we need to consider? Two things. Okay, sometimes you have candles with big wicks, and you will see as you will get used to trading. Okay, when you will see the wicks, you will start to love trading. Okay, when you see the wicks, you will start to love trading. Why? Because wicks, it's equal to money. Okay, write this somewhere. This is synonym to this. Okay, this is synonym to this. So whenever you see this, know that this is going on. Okay, a lot of this is going on. A lot of this is going on, okay? And why the wicks appear? Why the other appear? Some people say, and I agree with this saying a lot, the wicks equal the footprints of the institutions or of the market movers. Let's call it like this. So if I want to say or want to spot in a market, if I want to spot where the market movers, where they left their footprints, where they left les empreintes, footprints, where they left their footprints, I need to check the wicks. Of course, I'm not going to go just straight to the wicks, but wicks is something very relevant that will show me, okay, help me to spot where they are walking, where they are leaving money in the market, where are they, okay? Simple example. I'll go to the daily. Back. Look at the side of this week. I'm sure 100% in the future, the price will come and look for this week. Okay, look at the side of this week. Look at the side of that one. So see it that way. In fact, look at something nice. I'm on the day, right? Where is my biggest low here on this area? See this? Over here, right? I have a low over here, right? Let's see where the wicks appeared. Oh my God. Hazard or reality or coincidence? So we had the price simply by identifying a low of a market. We had the price tapping inside there directly with the wick. Bam. In the one in the daily. So bro, this shows you what wicks are very powerful, okay? No matter what the time frame you are using, okay? Wicks can be very powerful. Let's see, for example, over here. Back. So you see sometimes Raquel and me or your educators when they are trading, they are chasing wicks. Look at this thing. You need the resistance area, not on the body, on the high of the wick. This thing happened on 10 of September. 9 of November. Look at this. Oh my God. Okay, 9 of September. 9 September, 9 November. Exactly 1 month. 9 of September. So what the price did? The price came 1 month later and retested the same level. Okay, the same level 1 month later, exactly where we had the week. I will not go into detail, okay, of orders, volume, and those things, maybe another time. But yeah, weeks are synonym of money. Okay, weeks are synonym of money. Okay, so your question, bro, was the break retest. Yeah, sometimes in the break retest, I would consider weeks. Okay, sometimes in the break retest, I would consider weeks. For example, I think you were speaking about the example we had here. For example, if I go here, the thing that we marked up, can you see? For example, this thing I had a break retest, okay? I had a retest exactly on the week, okay? Here I had a false break, okay? False break. Why? Because the price wanted to break, went in, retested, okay? Here, for example, false break, price retested, okay? The price that we marked, the area that we marked up, okay? By the week, first time by the week, second time retested by the body. Sometimes it happened by the week, or by the body, okay? Here, look at this thing again. The price reacted perfectly to where we had this thing, okay? By the week again, okay, not the body, by the week. Now it seems that it's going to look for the area, okay, over here. So yeah, bro, break retest, you can consider the body or the week, okay? Okay. Fam, I will not give more information. It's 1 hour. I gave you everything that I have, almost everything, okay, not everything, almost everything, okay. But yeah, the aim of this class, okay, of this session, it just yeah, touch around number, probably the market repeats itself, okay. The market, guys, repeat itself. Fam, hope that this live helped you, okay, in a way or the other, okay, to understand more. My objective with this kind of lives, okay, my objective with this kind of calls is just to show you the beauty of this, okay, show you the beauty of this and think what's going on. What people forget, that people are saying, okay, this is complicated, those are hard, it never works. No. Once you get to understand what's going on the story, okay, it becomes fun, okay. And I think Raquel also has an insane relation with this. Raquel, go on if you want. On my side, that was all, fam. Go on, Raquel.
Okay, just one little thing. Guys, something that helps me, let's say, understand what's happening. Remember, price, the market, however you want to say it, the price or the market, because it's the same thing, right? There's only, let's say, a few compared to all the people that are trading. There's only a few people that actually make the price move. It's not us. I can tell you it's not us, I promise. It's like big institutions, big banks have a lot of money, way more money than we can even imagine, okay? The way I like to think about things, when I see certain things, I remind myself, nothing happens at random. There's no magic. It's not everything, and it's not even coincidence. Imagine in magic market world, there are people that sit behind a desk and they have a schedule and they have certain things that need to be done at certain times on certain days. And that's why the more you pay attention and the more you watch things, you're going to see things happen at certain numbers, at certain times. Even if it's not in HFX world where we're looking at 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute charts. If you go and look at 1 day, 1 hour, 1 week, 1 year, you're going to see things there's constant patterns. So just remember that there's actually like a person, people, not a person, there's people, but they have some sort of system. They're not just doing things at random. Like there's a system. So that's why you're going to see a lot of things repeating over and over, or even not repeating, just key things, key times, key numbers. Remember, there's a system. It's not just random. Okay? That's all I have to say.
So next call we'll do it with Raquel. Next call, Raquel. Next call, let's see, okay? Let's go. So fam, have a lovely one, okay? See you on next call. Let's get it. Ciao, ciao.